where you are. Yeah, about 1 o'clock in the day, England. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hey, and I just boil some tea. No, I feel that. And me wake up and see one live and I'm phone that somebody sent to me. How? I think me watch a woman there one time already. Yeah. Somebody did send something already. A teacher care. Actually, me like how she go do her research. But well, nobody put it, me don't know how people come out. Me not do charity, me never do charity. Me that try to say that yesterday, say charity and good deeds are two different something, but true everybody in a them world, where they don't know nothing about themselves, and all they know about is me or that person for them life. Why? For them life not ready, but they know everything about other people. Yeah. Yeah. And they never tell no lie yet. And they fix their story like say, what we don't understand too about social media. No. I'm a grown 50-year-old. Social media don't build me. Me hear people talk out there like them a complain to my mother. Or which has me never even did have that. Or them a tell you say you must believe this when me a say. And it's no lie. You people must. So, if you don't believe, what it gonna do? If you do not believe, what it gonna do? Mirrors. Me never see this yet. Eh? What it doing? When me did want somebody floor for sleep on? Never see none of them. No, me never get a hand up from nobody. Me's a hard working woman. So tell me now, how people for force is like, so when you don't believe, because I know the mind work, when you make people believe that, what is it gonna do? Tell me what it's gonna do. Why? Father, the God that is in me, I don't know what it's gonna do. Just help them. Because only way he can do something is right now. Me not live on nobody yard. It's like when you check it out on this social media, me live a people yard. Yeah. If the one they not talk to me I go live out a door. Me I go naked. Them all go with me breath. What is? Wow. Huh? What is this? What is it? Me I feel wonder. How if you force somebody to believe you because you said that about the next person? How? You know, true, me not growing in the woman world. That's the only thing puzzle me. Me not tell no lie. It puzzle me for true. Like, but that spells sense. You never meet me. Me never meet you. And you know, you spend all your life knowing my life story. Wow. Wow, what a way my life story excited. Cause you don't know yours. So you spend your life looking at my. Go ahead. Since you enjoyed so much. So you're living. My life, I live double. May I live it and somebody else out there, I live it too. Yeah, which is nice. Don't go make me know important means. Now come out I can explain nothing to nobody. All right. I listen to this. Now we get back to Ed Key teacher care. This is a very good life. And through a Jamal me go, me like how they go for the books. Don't take it. No, I don't do charity. All right. Me never did I do charity. Me do a good deed. That's what I did. I never did charity. But in this sense, let's see. Because Madam Brain's box come out and say she have so many brain and she have all of this. And she make sure come out and say, what? And say, me pitney a pone dancer, how you call it? And do I even know? Very, very proud to. Now that you for the long time and accept it. And stop going like other people put you up there and don't blame who you not to blame. They are mass the whole honor. You just ready for accept, you know? Should I accept it Ross long time? Alright, I could listen a little bit of this lady. You want to keep put on other people. Me not do charity. Me never write up a charity. Me never do charity. All of them we a chat for members say live out there. I don't want them clean up nothing and run no way. I want the whole of them chat. When chat can do nothing for me. Nothing. Nothing for me no chat can do. Nothing. So all them can do is sit down and chat. Can do nothing. Nothing for me can do. Nah take off and nah put on. All the video them are out there. So if them bad, I don't care do a chat. I mean I come out there come beat my chest every day. I never saw, I did so, I did so, I did all of those chat. I mean I do that. So let it chat. What I like out of the whole system, me never waste my life. No matter where me I come from. I never waste my life. And me get given what me not given none. All of my people them me grow them here. And grow others too. So me not look for them, me alright. They can't tell me nothing. Them can't make me sad. They can't make me walk street when one got my bed. Can't tell me figure out my bed when me walk.
Hey everybody, big up yourself, big up yourself. Yes, this is a good timing. I like that time, yeah. Big up yourself, girls. A nice bro. Shaka, my darling. How are you? Lynn, Emmanuel, big up yourself. Sunshine, big up yourself. Yes, we're gonna come go down tonight, you know. Yes, indeed, we're gonna go into it. Let me think. Where do I begin with this? Where do I begin with this? So, graduates, as you know, there has been a number of discussions that are ongoing. We are entering the month of February. Happy new month, everybody. And you would have thought that after January was Januarying, that February would have somehow been a little more relaxed.
When?
But oh no,
With them
we have entered February with a bang. And it looks like it's not about to calm down anytime soon.
No,
Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. Dawn, big up yourself. Marencha's the boat. And Jenny, big up yourself. June, big up yourself. Karen Thomas, I see you. Teresa Jack. Can I share your video? Absolutely. Like and share. That's what we encourage over here. That's no problem at all. Joycey Rowe, good night. Big up yourself. Right. So we're going to talk tonight about the recent commentary by Lady with the Alphabet. Remember our rules over here in Head Teacher K's class. We do not call names. We stick to the names that we are given. So, Lady with the Alphabet is the person who recently came out with a very impassioned speech about charities and the behavior of certain charities in our diaspora, okay? And I always try to get in a little bit of teaching. We tend to hear people say diaspora, it's diaspora, okay? The O is with an accent, if you can imagine, it's contracted. It's not a lengthy sound, okay? First point. Now, in the diaspora, we have a few charities that are currently under, I would say, examination. Namely, two charities, one of which has been under the microscope for the past 4 and a bit years, and a recently added one to the whole list, and that is the charity of the Lady in Portland. Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to first address Lady with the Alphabet's commentary on charities and what is established as a charity, what a charity is and what a charity isn't. As I said, the speech was impassioned. It was all about, you know, the fact that some of these people on social media are touting things that they call charity, and in fact, they are not charities. Now, just to get it straight, I do not disagree with everything that Lady with the Alphabet says. No. There are some things that were mentioned that make sense and that is actually accurate. But Lady with the Alphabet, I'm going to actually clarify and perhaps inform some of you who may not exactly understand where Lady with the Alphabet got it completely wrong. And it's important, people, graduates, it's important that when it comes to informing yourself, a key part of that informing process is to conduct research. To speak from an informed perspective is to show that you have done due diligence in terms of data checking, fact checking.
Is that Me know where nothing on your page about charity. Are you alone a comment, Joyce? Come there just light. Morning, Win. For me. But some people they are work. Morning, Win.
In order to represent your information well. One of the things I don't do over here is fear mongering. I'm not interested in spreading information that is manipulated or twisted or I would say put across in a way for an agenda.
True.
This has never been my approach. I try to tell you exactly as it is based on the research I have conducted. And I believe that I have been doing so successfully to date. Now, I'm going to just go through some of the points that were raised. First of all, one of the things that I was quite surprised about as somebody who is supposed to be quite learned and experienced is when Lady with the Alphabet referred to the fact that people love to say registered and unregistered charity. And that she doesn't think there is any such thing as an unregistered charity. That is absolute rubbish. And this is why I'm going to say that
So you go sometime. Do you have to do, man? No enough getting ready for work. Alright, Mel. Go and listen.
that this is absolute rubbish because, listen, we can have an understanding of charities based on our postcode, right? Different countries handle charity differently. But with regards to the Jamaican context, it's really important that you know Jamaican laws and bylaws. You have to have an understanding of the legislative documents, the white papers, that have been published around a topic before you speak on it. Now, when it comes to whether or not there is any such thing as an unregistered charity, the 2013 Charity Act clearly says that there is such a thing as an unregistered charity. Now, given that the Charity Act blatantly says there is such a thing as an unregistered charity, it somehow would undermine quite a lot of what Lady V actually stated in her comments.
All right.
So we just go down into some facts because we don't really talk out of thin air over here. We don't let our emotions lead us. It really is about making sure that we are spreading information that is 100% accurate, coming from primary sources, and can be verified, proven, etc., etc. So I'm going to just share with you, you know how we do. I'm going to share with you my screen, all right? So just bear with me 1 second and allow me to do that. While I am setting this up and just putting this document here right in your face, I'm going to read some of the comments and make sure that I have not forgotten to hail people up. Open topics, big up yourself. Professor Gorgeous Lady, big up yourself. Carrie Crooks, hiya darling, how are you doing? Agnostic, big up yourself, I see you.
Charity.
Child of the King, big up yourself, I see you too. Vanessa, big up yourself. Now, let me see some of these comments before I get into this.
It just starts
let's see here. None of the individuals in JAM have never came out and said they're operating any charity. Lady with the alphabet assumed that. Okay. Let's see. Open topics. Roshaka, I'm working the night shift. All right. Open topic. None of them ever said that it was a charity. They just helping out situations.
True.
That's why not everybody may listen to, especially if and when I want to learn. Okay. That Child of the King of Patois kind of rusty, needed more Patois classes. What is the note? Roshaka, you're in the chat monitoring how people sound. Listen, I'm going to share this, all right? And you know how it go. You're going to give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can see, the screen, right? Because I don't want to talk without you actually seeing exactly what I am sharing. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that.
That's a big up the screen. Well, shall I read it anyway? Listen good now, Winnie.
Yes, lovely. Okay, all right, we can see the screen. All right, we can see all the different. All right. Okay, let me look at this now. So, this is an extract. So you can see the document that I'm showing you guys. That is the actual hard copy of the Charities Act of 2013. And I have read it to make sure, in terms of cross-referencing, that the information that has been taken from the Act has not been tainted in any way by third-party websites. All right. So I can verify that the website that I'm showing you, which is about Jamaican citizens, is the Jamaica High Commission in the United Kingdom, that the excerpt they have taken from that document is accurate. Okay. So look at the definitions of charitable organization. If it's too fine, let me see if I can zoom it so una can see. Make it bigger for you guys, so the people that are blind like myself. Right? I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. So, look carefully now. A charitable organization is defined as, and this is going to answer some of you guys' questions. A lot of you guys are asking me. So, a good deeds program is the same as a charity. If somebody does certain things, is it the same as a charity, and so on? All right, it's going to answer some of your questions. So just bear with me. A charitable organization is defined as a charitable trust or any institution, whether incorporated or not, which is established for a charitable purpose exclusively, or is intended to and does operate for the public and has no part of its net income or assets inuring to the personal benefit of any governing board member or settler of the organization or of any other private individual, but shall not include an excluded body. So that is one type of charity. Well, two types of charity. You can have a charitable trust, or you can have an institution, whether incorporated or not. And I need you to pay attention to this part. Okay? Whether incorporated or not. Yes? All right. Which is established for a charitable purpose exclusively. Good. There should be no profiteering, is what the rest of that is saying. Nobody should be earning any profits or income income from that type. Look at it. There is A and there is two different types of categories of charities. Pay attention. A charitable trust or an institution, whether incorporated or not. So when Lady V come out and says there is no such thing as an unregistered charity, I want you to also take a look at this. This is taken from the website patman.org. Okay? It is breaking down the types of nonprofits in Jamaica. I am also going to tell you that the information taken here is also directly from the Charities Act of 2013. It's just that it would have been too long-winded for me to scroll through the document for showing all of this. But look. So the types of nonprofits in Jamaica. Look at the purple section that I have highlighted for your benefits. Let me zoom it in. All right. Unincorporated associations. In Jamaica, an unincorporated association is a group of people who have joined together for a common purpose. The association is not registered as a legal entity and does not have a separate legal entity from its members. This type of organization is often for social, religious, or political purposes. There are several advantages and disadvantages to forming an unincorporated association. So once again, the association is not registered as a legal entity. That is an unincorporated association, lady with the alphabet. So lady with the alphabet, it is not about what people love to say. It is about what exists in the law or the bylaws. It exists because of its structure. It is not registered as a legal entity. It is a group of people who have joined together.
Why you do it, man? Why you do it? Girlie, why you do it? I heard that I need to license her charity. She is... No, it's a
together for a common purpose. Now, of course, there's going to be some questions now about the formation of that group, but I'm going to get there. The association is not registered as a legal entity and does not have a separate legal identity from its members. This type of organization is often used for social, religious, or political purposes. There are several advantages and disadvantages to forming an unincorporated, or rather, unregistered charity. An unincorporated association does not have the same legal rights and responsibilities as a corporation. So a corporation is a registered charity. An unincorporated association is an unregistered charity. For example, an unincorporated association cannot own property in its own name or sue or be sued in court. You hear that? Listen carefully, not clean out on the ears. An unincorporated association cannot own property in its own name or sue or be sued in court. However, there are some advantages to being an unincorporated association. Now, this is the reason why many of these unregistered charities, which is a term recognized by the Charities Act, not by people's feelings, are are so easy to pop up all over the place, and why it is that it is often more favorable than going through the route of registration. One, it is easy to form. There are no complicated legal requirements for forming an unincorporated association. So when Lady with the Alphabet is talking about where are your memorandum, where is your articles, where is your code of ethics, where is your motto, you do not need this for an unregistered charity. That is the point.
No, sir.
They are not a requirement. Non-tal. They are less expensive. Unincorporated associations do not have to pay taxes or fees to the government. They are more flexible.
Mandeville, Erica, you always accost the planka them, but them no stop come out for you. Should I block you? Or should I answer you? So when me cause the planka them and then tape them and have them a replay over, you come over my live this morning and hear me and listen something. This so good. This is one of the best message ever served by me dons. And that you come for me something cause this morning. No admin no there. Nobody not there. Yes, out of order. Why you can't mix up come here this morning? At this at the hack and where you can't find, You can't go search for, me don't. Me can't spell them big word here where the lady I read. And me a try my best to listen and learn. What time am I now? If you are planka, so come off on my page. You see why Jamaican and we black people can't reach nowhere? No. Come off of this. No come back. Alright. Melissa, yeah, hide him, but me did hide him too. Thank you, Charmian. Thank you very much, you pretty scream, sweetheart. Me say one of the best thing you can ever because this I read out there. And this
flexible. Unincorporated. I learn.
Okay. Hold on, me I'll drive back too far. Sure.
Last time we've been in this series and we.
Oh, Mary.
Your patois kind of rusty, needing more patois classes. Oh, what is the note now? Roshaka, you're in the chat monitoring how people sound. Listen, your memorandum. Where is your articles? Where is your code of ethics? Where is your motto? You do not need this for a unregistered charity. That is the point. They are not a requirement. Non-tal. They are less expensive. Unincorporated associations do not have to pay taxes or fees to the government. They are more flexible. Unincorporated associations can change their rules and procedures more easily than corporations. In other words, when Lady with the Alphabet is saying that I cannot just get up and go and do this and do that without consulting the president, the this, the that, the that, that's true of registered charities. It is not the case when it comes to unincorporated associations. It's not the case. Let's get it factual. Now, this is different from a trust. Trusts in Jamaica, formed for the benefit of members of the public, usually established where land or personal property is given in trust to be used for a specific charitable purpose. Listen carefully, because I'm going to break down what that means. Usually established where land or personal property is given in trust to be used for a specific charitable purpose. Under the Charities Act, trusts in Jamaica are formed mainly for a charitable purpose. Its intention after being created would be to operate for public benefit. A trust has the right to evolve into a perpetual trust. This means that it may continue without any stated closure period. All right. Now, trusts are usually as a result of private individuals or private organizations handing over property, including money, for the purpose of charity. So when you said that charity cannot be in the name of one person, you are wrong, rightly so. Yes? For example, in the UK, you have something called the Leverhulme Trust. The Leverhulme Trust is named after the Leverhulme family.
Good morning.
I know this because I was a project manager for a funded project from the Leverhulme Trust. And that family establishes its money on the basis of education. They make sure that they give money to those institutions that fit their criteria. So the entire charity is in that family's name. There are several other charities that is in the name of individuals, families, or companies. So when you say a charity can't be mine, you're wrong there, so. Because if I am a benefactor and trusts need benefactors, I can say I am going to give £1 million in the name of Head Teacher K, and Head Teacher K is going to make sure that the only people who can access Head Teacher K's money are those who are single mothers below the poverty line. Yes? I would then employ people to do the checks and balances to monitor how my money is divvied out. Remember, I haven't gotten to organization yet, but I'm just working through some of the tainted information and making sure that you have got knowledge and wisdom behind it. So when you say there cannot be a charity with one somebody named on it, you're wrong there, sir. Just like if, big up yourself a little brata. Just like if, say for example, 33 times 3, with all of her success, decided that I am going to name my charity in my name.
33 times 3, those
That's she chooses to do that, right? Now, when you have such trusts, they do not necessarily need the donations of others. Yes? It is more a private model of charity. More a private model of charity. Because them already loaded. Them have them things. Right. Now you have public benefit corporations. These are for-profit entities that are required to create a positive impact on society and the environment. In Jamaica, this type of company must be registered with the Companies Office of Jamaica. The regulations governing public benefit corporations are set out in the Companies Act. Public benefits corporations are different from traditional businesses in that they are not solely focused on making a profit. Listen carefully. Instead, these type of businesses seek to create a positive social or environmental impact in its community or to promote renewable energy use. Public benefit corporations are not without critics, however. Some argue that these type of businesses are nothing more than greenwashing efforts by traditional companies. Others argue that public benefit corporations are nothing more than marketing ploys designed to appeal to consumers who are interested in supporting socially responsible businesses. So a public benefits corporation are for profit, meaning that they have other businesses running at the same time. So when they have their business, they will take a percentage of that profit and they will donate it to the public. There are many businesses that are like that. By registering as a public benefit corporation, you have the benefit of creating profits from whatever product or service you have, but still having the blessing of charity, meaning that you can write off tax-wise a percentage of your profit towards giving back to your community for whatever aims and objectives you wish to meet. You understand? All right, let me stop this share a minute. So, I just need...
Wow. Boy, she have to go strike me for this live because it's so interesting that me no want to talk in between you at all. Me listen it already, you know. But you know when you listen it the first time, and me da move up and down to you know get it that. But now you're slick. Yeah, really are slick.
I needed to clarify a few of those things that were said. No such thing as an unregistered charity. Like I said, that's rubbish. Unincorporated associations are charity organizations that are not registered. Now, we said, or at least I shouldn't say we said, because...
Hey you, I've seen you around here watching my YouTube videos.
Because we don't really work with hearsay. We read that in Jamaica, an unincorporated association, i.e. unregistered charity, is a group of people who have joined together for a common purpose. Remember, an unregistered charity does not have the same legal structures as a registered charity. Therefore, an unregistered charity does not necessarily have to have a board. Remember what me I say, you know. They do not necessarily have to have any articles, any code of ethics, any matter, none of that. They don't need it. But it should be a group of people who have joined together for a common purpose. So let me ask you this. If I come to my platform, my subscribers, my followers, I wish to organize a charity drive to support children who need books. Right? Will you help me to push this drive? Be it as donors are giving ideas or coming together to discuss how we're going to do it, blah, 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 blah. Isn't that a group of people coming together for common purpose? Tell me if I'm wrong, you know. Isn't that a group of people coming together for a common purpose? I'm asking. Tell me what you think.
It is.
Isn't that public charity, because it is a public charity model, about coming together for a common purpose? Of course it is. Right? It definitely is. And what I'm not out here to do, people, is to try to give excuses for those who are manipulating a system, you know. But I'm also trying to respect those who have used legal avenues and legal clauses and done it with transparency. We're not out here to tar everybody who is unregistered with the same brush. You hear what me I say? So, Lady with the Alphabet went on to talk about the fact that there is public charity and there's private charity. That is correct, right? Those are two broad categories of charities. A private charity is also called a private foundation. And as I said, that is where trust comes in as well. It is created by a single benefactor, meaning that person has got money or that business has got money. Right? Now, public charities, such as an unregistered charity or one that is registered, uses funds collected from the public to support its objectives. In other words, they don't have money. They don't have no land, they don't have no property, they don't have no rich people behind it, right? Public charity uses funds collected from the public to support its objectives, right? I want you to understand that the difference between a public charity and a private charity is not about the legal structure. The difference between the two is about how they gather them money. How them collect them dough.
Julian Morning, no.
That is what make them different. If you are a public charity, it means that you depend on the public to give you money. If you are a private charity, it means that you have got benefactors, be it individuals or businesses. Listen it up. Now, Lady with the Alphabet mentioned
Lady with the
Lions,
Alphabet.
mentioned
Hey.
Kiwanis,
The way
and
she
a whole bunch
said,
of
that's
other
okay.
social clubs. And she used those as models. Now I'm going to tell you this. My mother was the first female
I was a
in the
club owner.
Kiwanis Club of Western St. Andrew. That is it. So, she was also the very first female distinguished secretary of that club. I attended Kiwanis meetings even as a child. So I'm not speaking from an uninformed perspective there either. Now let me tell you the difference between such clubs and public or private charity. Those clubs are very much about bringing together people whom are actually acting as benefactors to that private charity. In other words, you can't Kiwanis and broke. You hear what me I said to you? You can't lions or lionesses and broke. You've got to bring assets to that organization. You have got to bring assets to that organization. Be it that you bring assets in terms of contacts, be it that it is assets in terms of your pocket heavy, be it that it is assets in terms of you've got a damn solid surname that represents the upper crust. Because everyone there pays a membership fee. Am I lying? And often that money is pulled together for various activities, be it is a fish fry, or is a cake sale, or is going down to give clothes to the needy or whatever. Okay? That is not a structure where poor people can work with. No. So it's apples and oranges, really and truly. Really and truly, it's apples and oranges. You cannot compare both structures because they are very, very different.
Apple and
Understand me?
oranges.
Thank you very much. Facts.
Sure.
You also stated, lady with the alphabet, that private charities should not be responsible for taking care of the poor. Not correct. Inaccurate. And you even contradicted
love
yourself
this.
because you carried on talking about, some of the various activities. Let me tell you this. Private charities can take on that responsibility if they choose to make it a part of the criteria for accessing their funds.
People touch the like button.
So it is not accurate to say that private charities should not be responsible for taking care of the poor. Those were your words verbatim. I am quoting you. Not true. So it is important to understand that we can't be comparing all sorts of different types of charities, saying this should be like that and that should be like that, when it's two completely different structures altogether that fall under the broad umbrella title of what a charity actually is. Now, the next thing that you said was, you can't broke and run charity. You can't poor and run charity. Poor people not run charity. You can't be in a little come up. I walk and say, yeah, run charity. That is a lie. That is a misinformation of the highest order. Because even in the case of a registered charity, poverty is not a defining factor. And honestly, I've heard this comment more than once, and it irks me when I hear it. A foolishness. Maybe what you might want to say is that if you're poor and handling people's money, you might be tempted to feed your own self first before you feed somebody else. But you know what that is saying? That is assuming that every poor person is a thief. That you say, no.
True.
Yeah. That you say. And you not say it without not saying it. You blatantly say that. Right? Because, language is not lost on me kind of thing. Yeah? It is not a requirement for anybody who wants to run a charity to be rich or to have money. Where with that? No go so. Hold on, let me read some of the comments. Lord Jesus, because I get caught up. I've been reading the other things that we say. Kiwanis Club still at keep. Yes, beloved, it is still very much there. Rose Kitchen is...
No, sir, me like this. V act like she a smart one on the internet, so she upset say somebody come put her in her place with facts. Yeah, all of this are facts. Me like it. Somebody did tell me if I go play V1. Me not play V1 because I know say I pay a hypocrite in there. She not come with facts. She a come with try if you put big words together. Yeah. Me not understand them. When you speak facts, you don't put your personal emotion in it, and that's what them do. Them fix it out, them want it. You understand? And them claim to say all the while, them a giant team, and bag at this. Venus smart. She only trying to paint that picture out there. Me not no picture I paint out them one Erica Wales here. Me not have no picture I put out them one myself like where you see it, Take it or leave it back. Me only know, no matter how they grown and come round. No, them can't do me nothing. Me tell them straight up. For a long time.
Here, better yourself, Rose. Wow, I'm learning a lot. That is it. Thank God me find a life with someone talking sense. When them done, they say they're smart and others are daft. You know something, I don't really like using that terminology, Joan, of smart and dunce and those things. I don't use them because if I use them, it goes against me as a teacher, as an educator, because I believe every brain is capable of development and every human being is capable of learning, right? Okay. Let me see. HTK, me would have said that you come off a good table, you cut from good. Pick up yourself, sis. Honesty is a key factor, rich or poor. Amen.
That
Honesty is a key factor,
that
rich or poor.
That.
So I'm going to show you
can't put your
what it takes in the
never works.
structure of a registered charity in order for you to be a board member. I'm going to share that with you. Okay? So that you see that I'm not talking out of my backside, because I never do. I believe in research. Walande. All right, looky. Give me a thumbs up when you can see my screen so I know how to go forward. Give me a thumbs up. I think when some of these people talk, they're talking about themselves, really. What's this talk about charity? What could have caused all of this? Be last in all this charity talk to Rasta. Rowena, you're very, very last. If you don't know what going on, I need to write the social media wave. So, tag KHD, no problem. All right, so.
And then come out and
can we all see my screen? Give me a thumbs up, people, if you can see my screen.
Come out and patchy up. All right.
Give me a thumbs up when I can see everything what took in place.
Lady,
that is it. All right. So we're going to refer to Article 17 of the Charities Act, which breaks down exactly how it works in terms of registering a charity and, you know, how to satisfy the authorities that you have got the right remit. So, each governing board member has to be a fit and proper person within the meaning of Section 18, and we'll get there. The organization, so these are all the requirements of how to be a registered charity. You have to have a governing board, and each of the members must be a fit and proper person. We have a breakdown what a fit and proper person actually is. The organization has to be established for a charitable purpose exclusively. Is intended to, and if it is already operating, does operate for public benefit. In other words, for the people, not for themselves. And it has no part of its net income or assets inuring to the personal benefits of any governing board member or settler thereof, or of any other private individual. Listen carefully. So none of its income or assets. So in other words, even if I decided to open one of those models where I can actually earn a profit and still have a charity attached to my business, that part that I am attaching to the public must not be going into the pocket of any of my governing board member or settler thereof, or of any other private individual. In other words, I can't take the whole of my charity money and go give my friend, right? Okay. And definitely deliberately choosing that person regardless of whatever my aims and objectives or ethics are, because this is where those documents are necessary. When you have a registered charity, your modus operandi must be clear. You've got to be saying, this is why we're establishing the charity. This is the criteria for those who wish to get the funds, right? And these are the people that we're going to be sorting out in terms of public benefits. So if you don't meet the criteria, you're not tick all of the box, then you cannot touch the money. You can't apply for it. Now, for the purpose of Section 17, a governing board member is a fit and proper person. If the governing board member is a person who, whether in Jamaica or elsewhere, has not been convicted of an offense involving dishonesty. So that part that lady with the alphabet said is correct. When she said that, listen, you have to be a person of good standing. Accurate.
Well,
So you
that
cannot be
me want.
convicted
That me
of an
know.
offense involving dishonesty. In other words, you can't thief.
That me know.
And you are not on an undischarged bankrupt, meaning you are still going through the bankruptcy process. And who, in the opinion of the authority, is a person of so sound probity and is able to exercise competence, diligence, and sound judgment in fulfilling his responsibilities in relation to a charitable organization. Right? You have to be competent, intelligent. Probity is about the ability to interrogate. Can you question things to ensure that there is transparency in any transaction, that you do not turn a blind eye to any kind of thievery that might be taking place, that you are willing to confront should something be awry. That is what that is.
Alphabet.
In other words, you're not going to sit there and take no foolishness and allow people to name off people their money. Right? These are the things you have to prove with your board members. For the purpose of subsection 1A, the authority shall have regard to any evidence that a governing board member has engaged in any business practice appearing to the authority to be deceitful or oppressive or otherwise improper. Right? Has contravened any provision of any enactment for the protection of the public against financial loss. So if any of these things are there, you have to look at the evidence around it. Is incapacitated by reason of a mental disorder. So you can't have mental disorders and want to come and run a charity. A substantial disorder, and they break down what a mental disorder means. A substantial disorder of thought, perception, orientation of memory, which grossly impairs a person's behavior, judgment, capacity to recognize reality, or ability to meet the demands of life, which renders a person to be of unsound mind. In other words, mad them and mad out them can't run it.
No, sir. Another woman that come
You hear what me I say? Yes, Aliko Brata. Probity. That is why when I did my last live, I mean, I called for you, Tammy, you know, come. And that is why when I did my last live, I said, you people do not know what transparency look like. That you must probe, you must dig any case that comes across asking for your public funds. You must interrogate. And it might look uncomfortable or uneasy, but people, this is what protects your pockets. Yeah. So none of these things you can be. There is also the fact that you can't have mental retardation where such a condition is associated with abnormally aggressive or seriously irresponsible behavior. So it's not like you cannot have a mental challenge. So say you had Down syndrome, but you are not an aggressive or irresponsible person. You can be a board member. There's a lot of disability charities that have got disabled people sat on their boards who are competent enough.
True.
Uno see anything in the act where say uno can't broke or run charity? Uno tell me. Anything that they saw? Fisa, you cannot run charity if you're poor. Charity can't run by poor people. Uno for stop say that nonsense. It is discriminatory and classist. It's discriminatory and classist. Take it away. Nothing about that. So if it is that you are telling the public that, you are assuming that every poor person is a damn criminal. And me not stand for them something there.
No, not good.
None at all. Remember, say uptown I come from, you know. Me can smell snobbery from a mile. I saw me born and grow. Anyway, you then went on to speak about the fact that there should be no familiarity with donors. Because familiarity you basically alluded to the fact that it allows for lack of transparency. People who basically want to align themselves with charity for clout and big up and heal up and all of these kind of things. I am inclined to agree with that. Yes. As I said, it's not everything that Lady with the Alphabet said that I don't agree with. There are a lot of partial truths. But in that respect, I do agree. Because often, these kind of relationships, if not handled properly, can lead to exploitation of that donor's pockets. It can. We have seen scenarios where donors have built up more than professional relationships with so-called charity platforms. And as a result, they have over-invested in the person in charge of such a charity. Right? And then when relationships fall apart, all of the good deeds done for the organizer of such charity throw out in the public and everybody want back their money. Right? So I do not believe that it is something that should happen. But once again, in the case of unregistered charities, this is the kind of stuff that the government is seeking to clamp down on. Why do you think it's now a big deal that they are revisiting the Charities Act and they want to rewrite it? Because they've recognized that there are too many gray areas that leave potential avenues for donors to be exploited. Likewise, for donors to be able to build relationships in a way that they can actually commit offenses through transactions that are financial. So in that respect, I agree with that. I'm going to left that right there. So he then went on to speak about the fact that because these things happen, persons were preyed on, emotions were played with, skillfully and craftily manipulated to evoke empathy, that certain things were done to cause people to think they are doing this for a good cause, that the public were blinded because of empathy, because we think God is going to bless us because we are helping. All right? Now, which is interesting to me because I'm wondering whether or not some court case took place that I don't know about. People, no come here. The lady of Portland sit a court case yet because it coming like say the court of public opinion don't try the case already and lick down the hammer and come out with a conclusion where guilt is presumed. So please don't come tell me, oh, what me miss? Court keep? Tell me if court keep, no man, because I know say me last. Court keep? Because it coming like say court keep. Because these are not opinions, these are not allegations, these are not alleged. These are definitives. Definitive language. And tell me, say, persons were preyed on. Emotions played with. Emotions were skillfully and craftily manipulated to evoke empathy. Certain things were done to cause people. What me I say, listen to my language, certain things were done. I know, not allegedly. Somebody we don't know. Certain things were done to cause people to think they are doing this for a good cause. We were blinded because of our empathy, because we think God is going to bless us because we are helping.
Right.
Now, she may not have referred to any particular name, but certainly, given the fact that things are happening on social media, we can almost make a direct link.
Maryland
Not saying she call any name, but I would like to know who in the social media or the public eye has been tried and proven by the court of law and found guilty of such accusations. Can anybody tell me who it might be? Because the last time I checked, I see no court case at me yet. So somebody come tell me if I missed something. Anyway, she then went on to speak about the fact that there were project milestones that were not transparent. Now, in this respect, I am going to say, we have to do better with this one. Me agree. Oftentimes, a project would need a particular amount of money, or an unregistered charity or charity will need a particular amount of money, and they will try to raise this through their platform. And in raising that, they will not only hit their project milestone, many times they will surpass it. Now, the surpassing of the milestone can result in a couple of things. Either that the recipient receives more than enough, because donors have been very, very, kind, and they've sent lots. And instead of this recipient who originally only requested for financial support to meet X needs and Y needs, they've ended up with a surplus. Now, in normal situations of a registered charity where this happens, it's a matter of, listen, we have met the milestone and therefore will not be accepting any additional funds for that. However, you can now divert your donation to this objective, which is simultaneously occurring in the charity. So when they have a drive, the drive shows timely updates of how much money we're at now, how much more money is needed. And when it is met, there is no more collections on that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to certain unregistered charities, such processes are less transparent. So you either end up with a surplus where the recipient receives one heap of money or one heap of things, or you end up with a surplus and it is not evident how much extra is there, who sent the extra, and so on. She referred to the fact that if there is a case of donors who do not wish to disclose their name, saying, listen, I've sent you $100, but I don't want my name called. And the person comes on and says, me also get $100, and me no know, and the person I want a name called, but thank you. There could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those who have said, me no want my name called, but see $100, yeah? And that comment, that blanket statement, does not really assign to one, but assigns to 10. So you may be thinking there's only $100 extra in the kitty, when in fact there is $1,000 extra in the kitty. That is definitely an opportunity for scamming to take place. Now, this is why certain platforms have cleverly avoided this by giving nicknames to their donors. So even if the donor wishes to remain anonymous to the public, they've been given a name by which they can be recognized. It doesn't go across as somebody wrong so over there so, but you get one name, be a name, good as 20 or good as 56. So everybody get their name, they're aware of their name, and their name links to their donation. Clear, transparent. So this does not apply to such charities being registered or not, but certainly applies to some people who are clearly trying to dupe the public. Now, I have seen no evidence of this personally, but me now watch everything. And if such things are happening, it needs to not happen, because that is definitely an opportunity for duping the public and being less than transparent. Now, Lady with the Alphabet went on to speak about the fact that donors are downright enablers, which constitutes you to be a criminal, because you know the people you send money to are not people of good character. That is a very opinionated statement.
Not professional.
And she's entitled to her opinion. I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Now, to me, whether or not you think the person is of good character, the case that they're handling may pull on your heartstring and you may wish to give. But what she's trying to say is that the person who's going to handle the money may not use it for the purpose for which it was taken. So let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. So the lady of Aporti, when the lady of Aporti asked for what she never asked, when it was offered to fund her to attend the Canadian event, the awards event, and people go and they gather up funds and so on. Remember, lady with the alphabet don't hesitate to say that this person is not of good character. So the whole of the royals, them, and YMK are criminal. Me just ask. I am just asking. Or are they downright enablers? Because they've deliberately planned to send their money to a person who you regard to be of not good character. Do you see what I mean when I say it's opinionated? Because who you may consider to not have good character, other people may consider to be worthy. Right? It does not constitute criminality. No, it doesn't. It doesn't constitute criminality at all. It's if you know that the person you are donating to is a convict. If you know that the person you are donated to is definitely, by the law, known for criminal activities, and you continue to support such a person, then certainly that would make you an enabler and may also make you partisan to the criminal behavior of this person. She went on to say that they are too coward to say no. It's got nothing to do with that. That part of your speech was pure fear mongering, in my opinion.
No, sir.
This is not the way to do it. If it is that you're trying to tell people to be aware of systems, don't come at it as though you are trying to use reverse psychology in order to get people to decide whom they should not. Whom they should or whom they should not support. You claim that some of them do it to be liked, respected, hyped up, and that they delve in because they have low self-esteem. Particularly women is who you mentioned. Now, I don't know who in God's name is going to go out there go look for nobody to donate their money to. Just to get big up, knowing that the person not go use their money properly. Who in goodness name is so mentally after a year none of the donors them flying out to say, listen, my money no use right. I want back my money. We don't hear any of that going on, But yet, it is a concern that people doing it to be liked, respected, and hyped up.
No, sir.
Then if the people them have personal issues and personal gripes, of course, them shouldn't go and seek some personal help. But I don't see anybody sitting down there and willingly getting shafted. Not at all. You then went on to say, some persons are using charity for the purpose of laundering. That was not an allegation, that was a declaration. Lady with the alphabet, who are you speaking to? Who has told you such declarative statements? Who has given you such a knowledge?
Why?
That you are making such statements without adding allegedly to it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the language that you have uttered, I have heard before. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want my graduates them go over there. But who have you heard this information from? That you can
She's very intelligent.
speak so definitively to say that some persons are. You then went on with the fear-mongering to say, stop registering your name in places that will be questioned and under investigation. Do not set your foot in MoneyGram and Western Union unless you can vouch. They will will take away your green card for sending money to people who are known scammers. Not a thing, no go so. Where is that coming from?
What?
You said known scammers. How are these as known? Please and thanks. Remember, everything here has been opinionated, and none of the donors have said otherwise. So how is it that you are now telling people that these are known scammers? Have you ever thought for one moment, literally, have you ever for one moment wondered, what if the lady innocent? Listen to me, bear with me. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. What if the lady was innocent? What if there is far more to those receipts than you guys can actually see? What? These receipts that are generated are not real. Listen to me. I'm playing devil's advocate. What if those receipts were printed off by a person who work in certain place to make it look like it was sent? What if Wolampa on a seatbelt, you know? Wolampa on a seatbelt. A lot of those receipts were Jamaica national. We people are not easy people, you know. You see, after I listened to this whole thing with Uncle Derek, how Uncle can go actually pay a person for run a receipt, I know that anything is possible. Don't even think so because such transactions take place in a big foreign, it's not possible. I am saying to you that sometimes some people out here are operating on the basis of past hurts and are not keeping a sound mind and an objective perspective because they have got an axe to grind. I am saying, what if the individual who is the informant is painting a picture based on the fact that they have been removed from the opportunity of having access? What if?
No, sir.
Notice I'm not saying these are necessarily the case. May I ask question and I can't stop me from ask question in my mouth. We can ask. What if? Should that money have moved from where it's coming from, the island, that there are fake identity documents presented with that person's name? You think it's impossible? I say, if you think it's impossible, it's not impossible. It's coming like say, you know how we people steer. That we is a chopper nation. You don't know that. Now, I am not saying that any of these answers are straightforward.
True.
I am saying that fear-mongering is not the way to alert people. Alert people to facts. For example, there is no way somebody can be sending money because they think there is a charity or whatever going on, and they are sending money to go and pay for X. And the person over there who is taking the money to pay for X, take it and pay for Y. There is no way that you're going to have your green card revoked because you get chap. There is no way you can get your green card revoked because you get chap. Stop telling people rubbish. You are telling people that they should be aware that these people are under investigation. Says who, where, what document, where is it located? Because we cannot go on the basis of what people are saying in your ears. It doesn't work like that. What we can do is use due diligence and common sense. We can ask the platform holder who is seeking any kind of charity funds to ensure that everybody is given a nickname. So every time them nickname call out, them know say I feed them money that. And if the nickname not call out, the person must know so that if he come forward and make nice and say my money not get call out. Until the government puts in place what is required for unregistered charities. What we can do is say, listen, you know what? When unregistered charity is so big, it has so many people who are supporting. It's about time that we start to follow through and move from being unincorporated to incorporated, so that we are no longer an unregistered charity, that therefore there will be due checks and balances, and you can be doing things according to the regulations, and you can also benefit from the tax relief. And that is the only benefit for being a registered charity.
Pure facts.
We are come and tell people them, so they're going to get deep for. Deep? Are you serious? Like, seriously? Because there is a gray area with unregistered charities, the government is realizing now, as per the article on the 24th of December 2023, that charities need to be registered so that they have to follow through with the protocol of a registered charity. And even so, even if it needs to be registered, do not forget there are various structures. Some will allow for profit and others will not. Right? But I am saying that if you are going to ensure that the public are informed, do so from an informed perspective. Do your research and ensure that you are not trying to fearmonger people when you yourself may only be privy to what is said and what is not printed in black and white from official bodies of investigation. I am not saying that you're not, but me just say you might not be. Come me not see. Me I see. So me not know. Maybe you know more than me. Me don't know. So let me take a look at some of the comments here. While teacher teach them. Pick up yourself, Christopher.
Me not
You
tell
know the
no lie.
alphabet has an
Girl,
Instagram.
you're intelligent for sure.
Food for thought.
Brilliant woman. She do her research. I don't know what she is, if she's a lawyer or not or what. Sorry. You have to go check her out. Head teacher here. You don't tell me shut up. We done. She only read comment now.
Thought teacher teach you as a writer teacher. That's why I love listening to you. Definitely open up my eyes. There you go. Until the government, right? There's a zig fence. Every remittance company has a monthly sending quota. They'll give you a monthly limit, and if you surpass that, you'll be notified and be told to wait until 30 days have passed. Amen. It is not impossible. But if you choose to use your social media platform for helping others, there's nothing they can do about it. Point blank, period. Because so
Them
far,
can't done
Zig
nobody.
fence,
Me- yet
the
people
only
use
criteria
that
is
word
a
and listen
group
to
of
them
people
to
who have
come
come
done
together.
that.
And I
Them
do
can't
believe
done
there's a
nobody.
number that I read somewhere.
Me not like
and it
that
said
word.
something like 21.
Peop-
Most people who have a social media platform
People,
have more than 20.
people really can't talk. They don't can't talk. They done in thing and but me have to ask her, what you just say? Me say what you just say. You crazy. Nobody can do nobody, man. All fools. One fools make many fools. And when one person don't like you, they try to find another person when don't like you, and they team up with another one when don't like you. And before you know it, a whole heap of them not like you. But who cares? Me tell you something in life. I feel like there is some people when nothing like you none at all. You not get encounter with them none at all. Yeah. So nothing no wrong. All you do, Erica, bring it over here because them block me. What block you all out? Whenever I try push at things when me want, when me see like a while ago, when this man a come ask me things were gone from whole long now. When this girl carry out a group, you notice a group and she not have nothing to say. Me no want nobody come over here come ask me nothing. Cause when me that said them, everybody did hear them. And some of them when they cut out a soul live. Me don't want nobody come over here come ask me nothing out of this world. Yeah. From you have one fool. How many fool? You not listen it, you never hear cartoon play. When after that the nasty one, the 360. And the woman at town make up. Them did God do peace treaty too. Me no respond to them. Me no like groups, so they always I go team up. And me still by myself. Me's a one-man army. And none of them can stop me from do nothing when me I do. You understand? None of them can stop me from do nothing when me I do. Me nah look upon them. Cause you nah fi go come and see. Unu blind? Unu nah have ears o? Unu nah have eye? Eh? This thing did I benefit them, not me. Cause me not have a problem. I don't have a problem. Look where problem there. And who are run up and down and who in on my phone and who are there for calling. Go suck this, you're that, I wasn't, hello, remember, I was a very nice person before. Oh, everything was good before. But just know everything I go bad and everything bad I go say. So what you expect? What you expect? They can't go on with them fat. Me nah look upon them, you know. Me nah look upon them. Me can't bother with it. I don't see what's it for. If me and you have a trace off, me and you we have a trace off. But there is not even trace off nothing. Nothing. That me tell the public I wanna not believe that are the thing I wanna not see. There was nothing wrong in the way when me see it I go now and calling and who fi come suck and who fi come this and who fi come that and who, for what? You know top collect and move on one. And who call you fi collect YouTube and you're that glad if you can get it. Fi collect. and who this and who that. It's not my problem. It's your problem. I'm not afraid to say that. It's not my problem. I feel them problem, so them have to deal with them problem, and them take up problem, put on their head. Yeah, them take up problem, put on their head, Rasta. And them go take a problem, put for me, they me not have no problem. The picture where them a try paint out there, can't paint again. So when I come out brand new, I wink on knock. Ross. I will call her than a name. Me soon come with me opinion, don't worry. I'm leaving the diaspora tomorrow. Why? If you want to know why I hear don't come over my page, he say he soon come with this. I wouldn't say I come for this for school teachers, straight out then coming. And he might left tomorrow. After tomorrow, he not come back, but he might come. He just post that there. Yeah, me say. But I don't wouldn't say so come. That's I write that. Saying soon come, sir. So me don't know who I run. Me say I laugh. I me get to know how Facebook run. Bad mind. Me say me not bit, but not there for bad mind for it. Yeah, you know, yeah, man, last night say me I live luxurious, as so they call it name, life. Me don't know. Me say them fool. Them fool. I fool is set of people that never sit to blouse and skirt. You don't want to sit in a chair. And listen to the whole of them like how you see the whole of them giant be a bad things them are saying up, which has me not really mind. But if you listen to them, you laugh your head off. This morning when me wake up me wake up 1 o'clock, cause me go to bed early. Then me go back to sleep and wake up 3. And then me a dip on live. Me say kiss me caca fat. Them people are not asleep. Huh? Four hours ago, then did the 5 and then come back now 2 hours ago. So when them people are asleep, me have to say, and live, me have to say, no man, kuya. Scammer 2 and Dana. Me say, but Jesus, please, watch your father. Me go back go sleep. Yeah, me go back in my bed. Get up. Me say, me get up go use bathroom. Me say, no, sir. Me do a laugh. Me say, kuya father. There are people here. I mean, I got my bed early again. Always happen to me. Me never get a good night rest. Me always start wake up 1 o'clock, 1:30 then. Me nah look on them. Yeah, them have time man say ask Dana for your strength. for YouTube page and then I see a saltfish are sitting on it and fry. But he must send me a prison. You know, I go march through me. You know, yes, me I have march. Me forgot where and where them a march go. Where you talk about? Look, me I live, look what me can't have from me land and then did I say, me I eat cane for people think me I dead for hungry. And I drink the jelly them for people sorry for me. So it couldn't be that life come back, no consider, but no. No look good. And me can't go down and say go pick 2 guava, me, yeah, star fruit. If man say I set up match, remember, Lord, but if why he want to force this woman, you know, when you ask people to do something, you ask her to shout out your YouTube channel, Jesus Father, and you are going to take some over that and care belly fear? No, sir. Later, yeah, guys, we are come back with Ladana. Me can't take fear of the people advice so early. Me I wipe out my kitchen. Me my brightest here. Whoa. How do you feel cold? Full. One time I sleep as missing. Forgot about my slipper. And turn off my light, them and sit. Let me do some sitting where rather than come on, me come back. Me can't take fear them vice that is in our morning. And me can't mix them with the lady goods. Can't take fear them. So they don't sleep last night, but me soon come back with little mix up. Bless up on yourself.